What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with my WWE TLC 2020 review. Just ended like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. So, up first was a kickoff show. Had one matchup on it. We had like two bonus matches added to, or one was added to TLC, the other one was on the kickoff. So anyways, it was an 8-man tag on the kickoff. We had Otis, Big E, Chad Gable, and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan put on a kickoff show matchup. That's pretty shocking, but whatever. I guess it made sense because in the past he wasn't, I don't know, he's done feuding. I don't know, him and Sami Zayn kind of had a feud going a little bit. But Sami Zayn has moved on. I think he's going to start feuding very, very soon. I think this Friday they have an Intercontinental title match. Sami against Big E. I love the heel work Sami Zayn has done recently. The guy is just off the hook great at talking, great at being a chicken shit heel. He's been great on talking smack. When he appears on it, he's great. The Sammy Awards, that was good shit. That was entertaining. So, yeah, Sami Zayn. So I named you the 8-man babyface team against King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Nakamura. It was an okay 8-man tag. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. Win 8 minutes. And your winners. Big E hits a big ending on Sami Zayn for the 1-2-3. Gets a pinfall victory over the current Intercontinental Champion. That was awesome. So as I believe Big E's getting a title shot this Friday. Big E and Sammy. They better not fucking cancel it like they have done in the past. They announce matches and then never go through with them. So, what the hell? This tastes kind of weird. I don't know. That tastes weird. That's Pepsi. Made with real sugar. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But it doesn't taste like regular Pepsi. It almost tastes like some vanilla's in there, or alcohol or something. And I don't fucking drink. I'm straight edge. So anyways, back to TLC. Let me taste this again because that was weird. I guess it's, I don't know, maybe they did something different with Pepsi, real sugar. If that's why it tastes different, I don't like it. It tastes like vanilla in the damn soda. And Pepsi is one of my favorite sodas. So now the pay-per-view. Up first, we had the TLC matchup for the WWE Championship. They didn't need to do two. I don't know why they needed to do 2 TLC matches, but they did. Both of them were good. One of them was really good. But Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles for the first time ever. And is very good. I enjoyed it. It was really hard hitting. They beat the fuck out of each other. AJ worked over the leg and the knee a lot of the champion Drew McIntyre. It was good shit. Omos got involved. The Miz cashed in, I believe, and I think he lost his cash in. I believe. maybe he didn't lose it, but it looked to me like he was cashing in because he kept trying to take the damn belt down. If he didn't cash in, you're not allowed to jump in the match and just anybody take the belt down. So he must have been in it. I don't know. I restarted my or I clicked out of the pay-per-view for like 25 seconds. And then I went back in and clicked watch live, and then Miz was climbing the damn ladder. So he had to cash in. I'll have to go back and watch when he came in the ring if he gave up the briefcase. If he did, he fucking lost it. Failed cash in by the Miz. I like the Miz, but that's hilarious. And Miz doesn't need to be champion again. In my opinion, he doesn't need to defeat Drew McIntyre. Drew should hold on to it for a long time. So then, Umos picks up the Miz like a baby. Umos then drops him over the top rope through a table. Miz is out, but he got back up, tried to get involved. Drew, AJ fighting on the ladder. AJ knocked down. AJ jumps on the ladder out of nowhere like he's Spider-Man. There's no fucking way I thought AJ was winning. I predicted Drew, and Drew McIntyre wins and retains the WWE Championship, and still Drew McIntyre. I like it. I like Drew as champion. The guy's fucking great, and he's had a hell of a 2020. I feel really bad for him that he's been champion in front of no crowds. That sucks. Because I think the fans like Drew. And they went to turned on him and started booing him. I doubt it. But, yeah, also, Umos, after he put Miz through the table, Morrison cracked a chair over his back and like broke the chair almost in half. It was all bent, and Umos started chasing the Miz or following him like he's Jason Voorhees. And Morrison fell down on the ramp like no, trying to like get away in a horror movie. Everybody that tries to get away, you always gotta fall down, don't you? So Drew is still the champ. I like that. If you don't, that's your problem. So up next we had for the SmackDown Women's Championship again. I already saw this matchup on SmackDown. Sasha carried her again. Sasha carried Carmella again. Carmella's not a bad wrestler, but I just don't care about her. I'm not a fan of her. And I guess some didn't like my tweets. I tweeted about her. Get over it. They're jokes. If you don't like the jokes, and you think they're sick and they're dirty and they're wrong, get over it. I don't care. You don't like my jokes and tweets about Carmella, I don't care. If you're offended by them, I don't care. You can unfollow me. You like Carmella? Good. Keep liking her. I'm not a fan of her. I don't hate her. I don't have anything against her. I just like making jokes about her new character and how she's looked and portrayed. She's dressed like a stripper or a porn star. So I call her one. Don't like it, get over it. Have a damn sense of humor. If you don't think it's funny, as I said, you can unfollow me. But, again, I got nothing against Carmella. I don't. I just don't think she should be champion ever again. She's not good enough to be your women's champion. So, Sasha defeats Carmella by submission. Went 12 minutes. It probably should have been 8 minutes. Thank fucking God Sasha retained. So up next we had the Raw Tag Team titles. This was good. This was shorter than Sasha Carmella. This was only 10 minutes. This could have been on Raw. But I'm glad they did it because we had the New Day defending against the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander and Benjamin, and we have new tag team champions. Very awesome. Very cool that we got new champions. New champions. Cedric Alexander and Benjamin, part of the Hurt Business. MVP was very happy. Out came Lashley, the U.S. champion, and now you got the Hurt Business with 3 titles on Raw. 3 out of the 4 titles they hold. That's awesome. It's long overdue. They should have been tag champs in the summer. But I'm happy they finally did it. They finally gave the Hurt Business a tag team title. So they got 3 out of the 4 titles on Raw. Very awesome. Lashley barely defends the U.S. title, but who the hell else is going to beat him? I don't see anybody else being able to beat him. The guy's a fucking beast. The guy's just insane. Who the hell could beat him? Or that's believable. I don't see anybody that being able to defeat Lashley for the U.S. title. I don't, except for like Drew McIntyre, and he's not going to go after the U.S. title. So now I saw a lot of tweets and people talking about MVP should get the WWE title off of Drew. He should challenge Drew. I'm for that. At the Royal Rumble, MVP Drew. I'm all for it. But I don't think MVP will win if he gets a title shot to go after Drew McIntyre. I don't believe they would give the WWE title to MVP. I don't think Vince would take it off of Drew for MVP. I love MVP. The guy's great. He's great at promos. He doesn't need to wrestle much anymore. I think he was doing commentary on Main Event. I don't know if he still does because I stopped watching Main Event. Unless Asuka's on it, then I'll watch it. But, yeah. The only times I watched Main Event in 2020 were for Liv Morgan or Asuka matches. That's it. But MVP is very, very good, but he doesn't need to be WWE champion over Drew. He doesn't, in my opinion. The Hurt Business does not need the WWE title unless they put on Lashley. Then Lashley could give the U.S. title to MVP. That's what I would do. But I'm not for Drew being defeated for the title by the Hurt Business unless it's by Lashley. That's the only way. Because I don't see MVP as a world champ. But I do see Lashley as one. He should have been like 2 to 3 years ago. He should have already been a world champion. He was a really good world champion when he was in Impact. So, yeah, Hurt Business, Alexander and Benjamin are tag team champions. Very awesome. Up next, we had the women's tag team titles. This was surprisingly very good, I thought. Well, Nia Jax is not good. She made it every time she was in the ring. She just was not good. But Asuka's mystery partner was Charlotte Flair. Woo! Charlotte Flair's back, and I'm happy. I like Charlotte. She has a lot of fucking haters. A lot of people, a lot of fans dislike her. I don't get it. I don't get why. Just because she's been pushed a lot and pushed down our throats? I don't see it that way. I like Charlotte Flair. I like what she's done in her career in WWE. She's one of the best women they got. She is absolutely one of the best in-ring women they got, with Asuka and Bayley and Sasha. Charlotte's one of the best. If you don't like how they push her so much, that's your problem. I don't got a problem with it. I like it. And if you got some like insane hatred towards Charlotte, you got fucking issues and problems. I understand if you did not miss her, but if you like tweet at her hate and like tweeting and like saying I never want to fucking see you again, go away, and just calling her names, and if you just can't stand her, I don't get it. And I don't understand that. I don't. And that's your problem if you don't like her back. I do. And I'm a fan of her. I thought she's really good in NXT when she was women's champion. She got better and better and better. And she has good matches with every fucking woman she's had a feud with. Good matches with Asuka, Sasha, Bayley, Becky. Gosh, who else? Anybody. Not Nia Jax, but she could have good matches with anybody except for Nia. So Charlotte Flair and Asuka win the women's tag team titles. Awesome, I love it. I'm a huge mark for Asuka. She is my favorite wrestler in the world today. Not just WWE, Asuka is my favorite. My number one. My number two would probably be Shotzi Blackheart. I love her also. But Charlotte Flair, Charlotte's in my top 10 for sure. She's one of my favorites. But yeah, Asuka is Asuka 2 belts. Once again, I love that. Asuka 2 belts once again. In this year, Asuka has been a double champion. I think, has it been twice? I'm not sure. I know Bayley was a double champion for a long time. So Asuka and Kairi lost the tag titles. I don't believe Asuka's a women's champion yet. But whatever. Asuka 2 belts. I'm all for it. I love it. And Charlotte, first ever. Charlotte is a one-time women's tag team champion now. Charlotte is a Grand Slam champion. She's done it all. She's won the Royal Rumble and held all the women's tag titles. That's very awesome. That's a great accomplishment. Asuka was a Grand Slam winner before Charlotte. And she was a Rumble winner before Charlotte. The first ever Women's Rumble winner. Women's Royal Rumble winner. So, and new Charlotte Flair, Asuka, the Queen Warriors. That's a new name I gave them on Twitter. So up next, we had the TLC match. I couldn't believe this was not the fucking main event. But it wasn't. There's a reason for that. I think they booked the whole show very well with the matchups, the lineups of the matches. I thought it was booked perfectly, because how can you set a guy on fire, not be the main event, and close the show? I thought that was the right call, to have the Inferno match, the final match. So TLC match, Roman, Kevin Owens beat the fucking holy hell out of each other. Holy fuck, it was fucking awesome. I fucking loved it. I loved it. It was great. Kevin Owens showed so much heart and passion. It was just tremendous. It was glorious. Roman is a fucking savage, killer heel. My God, Roman has just stepped his game up. My God, Roman is one of the number one guys in wrestling today, in my opinion. The guy's number one. I'd say Drew's probably number 2. But my God, Roman just kept destroying Kevin, and he kept fighting and fighting, fight Owens, fight. This matchup was awesome. This TLC match was awesome. If you don't have the network, get it, subscribe to it. You'll get a month free, then fucking cancel. I don't know what to tell you, but it's only $10. This TLC pay-per-view was well worth it. This pay-per-view I would have paid like $20 or $30 for, but I didn't have to. Only $9.99. My God. I mean, I've dreamt before the WWE Network. I just dreamed about a day where there will be like a wrestling service that I'd be able to watch all the old stuff and new stuff. I got my wish. I love the WWE Network. And they have killed it in 2020. So many great documentaries and shows. So, my God, Roman, Kevin Owens, I can't put it over enough. It was so fucking good. I'm going to rewatch it tonight before I go to sleep. It was so good. Jey Uso kept interfering a lot. Kevin was so close to winning, so close. Man, I wish this would have been in front of a crowd because they would have went fucking nuts. Kevin Owens was damn close. Jey Uso kept interfering. Kevin just headbutted him off the ladder, and Owens got put through a lot of tables, a lot of wood. Roman in the ring speared him through a table in the corner. Roman is holding his shoulder. I hope the guy didn't like tear his rotator cuff or something. Hope he's not injured, but it was awesome. Roman Reigns wins and retains. It's not shocking, it's not surprising, but who fucking cares? It was an awesome matchup. Who's next for Roman? Who's the next challenger? Well, who's next? You can guess if you heard me say who's next. I said it 3 times now. Guess. Goldberg, in my opinion, is next at the Royal Rumble against Roman. Roman's going to defeat everybody until The Rock appears and shows up, in my opinion. It's got to be The Rock against Roman. And The Rock will get destroyed and pass the torch to Roman, I guess. Even though, I don't know, I guess Rock will have to say, Roman, you're the head of the family. I'm passing the torch to you. Even though The Rock is in the family, but the guy's not on WWE TV much. But still, you gotta respect The Rock. 3rd generation wrestler, and the guy's one of the greats of all time in the WWE. He just absolutely was one of the biggest stars of the Attitude Era. One of the biggest stars of all time. The guy is known by everybody. He's a #1 Hollywood movie star. He makes the most damn money out of anybody in Hollywood. He is a fucking box office draw. I mean, like every movie The Rock is in went to like #1. Baywatch. The guy made a Baywatch remake or a Baywatch movie. I don't know why he played Mitch Buchanan, because he's Simone in black. And David Hasselhoff was a white guy, but whatever. The Rock made it work. He made playing David Hasselhoff work. He did that. He's a great one. He can do that. He also made a movie called Rampage work, and San Andreas, very funny, good movie. San Andreas is not funny, but it's like a disaster movie, survival, action movie. Rampage is, I think it's very funny. My brother saw it, he told me it was pretty damn funny, that I need to see it. And I will watch it sometime. But Rampage is like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years old, still I believe that was the #1 movie The Rock was in, based on a fucking video game called Rampage, which was very, very awesome video game made for NES, Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and they made it for N64, Rampage World Tour. They made it for PS2, I believe, and PlayStation. But yeah. The Rock, I believe, will return to take on the tribal chief and try to be the head of the family. And say, I'm the real head of the family. I'm the real tribal chief at the head of the table. And Roman could be like, well, I'm going to knock you on your ass off your seat at the head of the table. I'm the head of the table now. You bow to me. That's how they could set up the storyline for WrestleMania. Who's that real tribal chief head of the table? So up next, gosh, Kevin Owens, Roman killed it. It was awesome. It was a brutal, very, very brutal, hard-hitting matchup to watch. They went balls to the wall. Now the main event, the Firefly Funhouse match and Firefly Inferno match, not Funhouse. Firefly Inferno match. I thought they were going to do it old school, have the flames around the ring, but they were backed up like into the first row where the flames, and they were shooting up. Pyrotechnics, flames kept shooting up every time they went near them. It was well done, very well done by WWE. I don't see how else you could do it and make it work. You couldn't have the flames around the ring, outside on the apron, because that would like blow up the talent and just make them exhausted, and like that's not safe. Plus, it's like updated. It's like an updated version of the Inferno match, and I thought it worked. I thought they did a very good job at trying to do it. Bray set his rocking chair on fire. Orton had to jump out of it because the flames are coming at it. Just very well done. I don't know how they did it. They had the Fiend's back. The Fiend's back got lit up. He was wearing a leather jacket, lit up. A lot of fucking flames. He was lit the fuck up on fire on his back. He ran into the ring halfway on fire. I don't know if it was a stunt man or what, but it was well done. Then he ran. He was like, had some flames on his back still. He was still on fire. And then he got RKO'd in the ring, and Orton looked shocked. Fiend was out. He wasn't moving. He looked dead. And then Orton pours a whole bunch of gasoline right on the Fiend's body, his chest and legs. Lights his ass up. His body lights up in the middle of the ring. I'm sure it's a dummy, a rubber Bray Wyatt dummy that they had made up, or like a Bray Wyatt, you know, those real dolls. Well, it wasn't a Fiend sex doll. I don't even want to think of that. That's disturbing. A Fiend sex doll. But those real dolls, this was like a Fiend real doll. They lit up. There's no fucking way that guy was a stunt man. Because why would he want his chest lit up? You can't burn fucking skin. I don't see how you can if you're a stunt man. Can't get your skin lit up. I think it's a dummy, probably made rubber or flame retardant dummy that looked like the Fiend. It's like a body double of the Fiend, but it was like a dummy. He's lit up in the middle of the ring. Orton does his pose outside the ring by a whole bunch of flames going in the air. Great end to TLC 2020. I fucking loved it. Loved how they got the Fiend lit up on fire. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if that was a Fiend or a stuntman, but it was well done. My grade for TLC 2020, A-. A-. for Asuka becoming Asuka 2 belts, and for KO and Roman TLC match, and for the Inferno match. A minus is my grade for TLC 2020. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That is a hell of a pay-per-view, I think. Bye for now.